Hmm. Hello, hello, hello. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome, everybody. And tonight, good evening, everybody. I am Ada Brooks with Ada Brooks Consultant, and we are here tonight. We are going to talk about, I'll turn the music down some. Great. We're going to be talking about exit interviews. If this is your first time joining, thank you for watching us on the replay. Please remember to like, comment, tag, and share. We like to read your comments if you have any. Um, we will be, let's do this real quick. We trying some new stuff. I get a little excited when we try new stuff. And so I just want to take this time to let you know about exit interviews. And we're doing that because someone sent me an email and asked if I would review it and talk about it. And of course, I will much oblige. So we will go ahead and get started. I hope everybody's had a great day on today. The sun is out and but it's still a little chilly, but it has been a great day in spite of what it looks like. There we go. So we're going to go ahead and get started. Yes, we're going to go ahead and get started right now. So, again, welcome to ABC. I am Ada Brooks with Ada Brooks Consultant, and I bring you your weekly HR 101 tip. I'm going to turn this background music down just a little bit because I want to make sure you guys can hear me. Please remember to like, comment, tag, and share. There we go. So, as I stated earlier, we received an email, and an individual wanted me to talk about exit interviews and the reasoning for exit interviews, why companies do exit interviews, and so the importance of exit interviews. So, we're going to go ahead and get started. We'll not be here before you long. So, first off, what is an exit interview? And an exit interview is only a survey of employees who are leaving the company. The company wants to know why the individuals are leaving. Employees conduct these interviews to learn about, hey, Jesse, how are you? Thank you for joining me on tonight. They learn about why the employees are leaving and what their thoughts are. What can the company do different as an organization if they can do anything? Because oftentimes people say the company, they don't do anything. Well, it's not just the company can't do anything, depending on what the issue may be, because some things may take a while, some things they may can change overnight, and some they probably cannot. That looked like Miss Erica. Good evening, Miss Erica. How are you? So, some of the things that you they will ask you during the exit interview will consist of job duties. How was your training? How was management? What was the benefits like? What was the workflow like? The work culture, team building activities. They will ask that company policies, procedures, and the company mission. did that company actually follow their mission? Because oftentimes, as I've forestated in previous videos, individuals do not leave the company, they leave the people. So, with that being said, they are leaving the people that you have in management, they're leaving the people that you have in leadership because something is going on. If you know you have one department and that one department has a very high turnover, is it really just the people or is it the person you have in leadership? The exit interviews will show a trend, or it should, because when you do an exit interview, it allows that employee to give his or her honest opinion. Now, when you do that as an employee, you still want to be honest, you still want to be professional, because you never know if you're going to cross back over that threshold. So, to keep from just bashing that particular employer or that company, just be honest. But not so brutally honest, but in a professional way of being honest. If they ask you if the pay was competitive, yes, no, maybe, perhaps. How was the management style? And oftentimes, let me back up here, because oftentimes the exit interviews are anonymous or confidential, and it is held by your HR department, not by your manager. Because what if it's your manager that you having concerns with, challenges with? Or will you really be that honest on that exit interview? So therefore, the people that should be conducting those, hey, Akisa, how are you? The ones that should be conducting those exit interviews really should be the HR department. No other department, not operations, not the CFO, not the CEO. It should be the HR department, because that's a neutral department and they can kind of see, okay, what's really causing the turnover in this particular department. We've had 5 people to leave. What about what are the exit interviews really telling us? And if that individual is really being honest, then it's going to tell us. But if you're having that exit interview with the very person you're having concerns and challenges with, then guess what? We can't really get down to the meat. We can't really figure out what's causing that people to leave. So therefore, we want to make sure that your HR department is heading those exit interviews so they can say, okay, let's compare. We had 3 people under this from this same department. They said the benefits was great. They said the culture of the company was good, but their training was not so great. The communication within their department was not so great. So, if that's the case, now we're starting to see trends. And that is the only way that we can start to make a change, especially when we're starting to see a trend. Once a trend happen, okay, because oftentimes if it's just one person, it'll be like, oh, okay. But if it's 2 people and now the two, we got 4, now we got an issue. We really need to start looking at that department and the individual we have over this particular department, because we've had the highest turnover in this particular department. So start looking at the leadership there. Are they communicating effectively? What are they communicating? How are they communicating? What's causing the challenges in this particular department? Because when you don't, then as a company, it's going to really start to affect your bottom line. And it's going to really cause the people not to want to come back, because they're saying the benefits are great, the pay is good, you're following your policy and procedures, but the workflow, the training, the communication, it's lacking. And that can in itself can become a challenge for individuals, because again, we as individuals don't leave companies. Employees leave people. So, as a company, you have to be mindful who you have representing you in every department, in every facet, because it will affect individuals coming to work for you. So, let's be mindful about that. So, again, when it comes to the exit interviews, and the purpose of the exit interviews is to get an overall view of how that company is performing, and at the same time to figure out why a turnover is so high in particular departments. We know right now the job market is way open. So there's really not an excuse for individuals not to have jobs. But if you have individuals in leadership and it's causing your company not to have a good rapport, a good reputation, then that's going to cause individuals to say, I don't want to work for that company, and strictly because of those individuals that they have in place. Not because you're not a good company, but because of the people that you have in leadership roles. So, as a company, let's take a look at everything as a whole. And if we're able to make the changes, then yes, we will make the necessary changes that we need to make. But in the meantime, I would say for every company, if you're not conducting your job, your exit interviews, please do them, because they really do help the company. It does shine a light on where things may be falling short, because we know the further you get up and up the ladder, some people get a little power stricken. Do it because I said so, because I'm the boss, but that doesn't necessarily make it right if you can't hold on to your people. Because ultimately, you're the leader and you must learn how to lead by example. And if you're not willing to lead by example, then guess what? They'll go somewhere else and find somebody who will. And in the process, they may end up saying, you don't want to go over there to work because they don't treat their employees right, all because you have one person representing that company, or maybe you have more than one. So let's take those things into consideration, employees, when you are conducting your exit interview. Be honest, but still be yet polite, because again, you may not know, you may have to cross over that threshold again, and you want to leave it in a good way. So if you give a 2 week notice, work the 2 week notice, because you may not end up working for the same person. You may end up working for someone else. So on tonight, that is what HR 101 came here for, to give you information on exit interviews. Again, please like, comment, tag, and share. Thank you for you all, for everyone that's going to watch it on the replay. If you have any questions, you can give ABC a call at 501-291-1650. You can also send us an email like this person did at abc@abchr101.com. Again, I am Ada Brooks with Ada Brooks Consultant. Until next week, we'll figure out what we're going to talk about next week. Somebody else may have another email coming my way. Until then, enjoy the rest of your evening. I'll see you on next Thursday with your weekly HR 101 tip.